Sourcing for new employees has a lot to do with timing. I'm going to provide some insight into that in this video. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg of Optimus Performance, bringing you practical tips and ideas on leadership, team development, and employee performance in the workplace. So employee performance starts with having the right person in the job. And so if you're looking for new employees with the right skills, you need to not only post jobs and of course process those resumes, but you need to be proactive. You need to source people. And today with the data available, there's ample ways to do that. But when do you approach somebody? Even if you go on LinkedIn or Indeed to find people, because you can do that, when do you approach them? Well, let's look at this. In my last article, I talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And when people start becoming disenchanted with their current employer, and they're not moving enough towards self-actualization, you should watch that video. And if they're perhaps not having that feeling of love and belonging that they did when they maybe first started, or that feeling of excitement, maybe it's time to move on. So what I have here is a bell curve, poorly drawn bell curve, of course, but I have the numbers 1, 5, and 10. The lifespan over 10 years of an employee's work life at a company, let's say. Now, as people start in their new job from, the first year, things are going really great. They're excited to meet new people, be part of the team. They're learning, they feel like they're growing, they're being well paid, whatever it is. They like the environment. But as things move on, that may change. That initial excitement shifts, maybe it becomes more routine. Maybe the relationships start breaking down. And so I did a little bit of research and I found out that today, on average, people will change jobs every 4.1 years. Whoops. So 4.1. And actually, women will change jobs even before that. I think it's 3.9, men 4.3. So it averages out at about 4.1. And so this is the magic number to look for. If you're on LinkedIn, Recruiter Lite or Recruiter, whichever you're using, and to be able to search properly on LinkedIn for employees, you need to subscribe to that type of a service called Recruiter Lite on LinkedIn. It allows you to really hone in on people with the skill set you're looking for. You have so many ways to search. You could search by the names of your competitors, by skill set. You can combine searches. So if you're into recruiting, you're probably maybe already using that. If not, you probably want to. And you want to look for people that are approaching this 4-year anniversary, because maybe now it's a good time to start approaching them to see if they're ready to check out something else. So that's on LinkedIn. You could do that. You could also do it if you're using Indeed, which is the leading job bulletin board or posting site, whatever you want to call it, right now. Now they don't have, they have a different search tool. It's by resume. So it's called Resume Search. It's a paid service as well. You have to subscribe to that. You can get a free trial to start to check it out. But what it does, it searches people's resumes for the keywords that you're putting in. And again, you have a lot of search capabilities But what's interesting about it is that when the resumes come up, you could see when these people were last uploading or updated their resume. Well, you uploaded, obviously, so that means that you probably updated it. And that way you could see sometimes the same day somebody uploaded a new resume, or a week ago or 3 months ago. When they were active on the site is basically what it's telling you. Now, maybe that you have a job posting, but they didn't see it. But if you're subscribed to Resume Search, now you can find their resume and let them know through the messaging, send them an invite to check out the job, or a very personalized message. I suggest always trying to personalize the message as much as you can to stand out from the other recruiters that are maybe just sending a templated message. I have a video about that as well. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. So that's basically what you want to do is on LinkedIn, look for people that, or on Indeed, look for people that are on, approaching that 4-year milestone for their job. Now, you may also want to use company reviews to find out if a competitor company or someplace where they have people that have the skills that you're looking for, maybe they're all of a sudden getting bad reviews. So this means that maybe people aren't satisfied there. There's something going on. Also, watch the news for companies that may be going through a downturn or doing layoffs. And if they have people with the skill set you want, that's another way to do, or another indication to search for people working there, and then approach them as well to see if they'd be interested in coming to work for you. So that's an important thing to consider, is the lifespan of an employee, because people are changing jobs much more often than in the past, and the younger they are, the more often they tend to change. So those are things to consider, to remember. Use those resources to search for people. Check out some of the other videos on my website. I mentioned one that talks about using Resume Search. I have a lot of videos now on hiring and selection. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you'll get news of new videos. Check out the articles on the website. And also, I make available free forms and tools that you could download to make managing easier. Thanks again for listening, and we'll talk again soon.